Hey guys, it's Jalen. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm sharing with you the very last video in my single eyeshadow declutter. This took me forever. Oh my goodness. So this last video has mostly indie eyeshadows, single, like depot, like not depotted, but single eyeshadows that aren't in a pot. And I do a lot of swatching in this video. Milo is trying to get my attention. And I think this is a little bit shorter than the other videos I've done in this series. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to the video. And then at the end, I will share with you my final numbers for my eyeshadow single eyeshadow declutter. Hey guys, I am back with the very last two palettes, that magnetic palettes where I have single eyeshadows. So these are both Sydney Grace palettes, as you can see, and I'm sorry for the glare of the ring light. But I am going to go through both of these. One of these has Sydney Grace shadows and the other one has Terra Moons. So I'm just going to pick the first one here. And this one has Terra Moons. So let me pull these out of the palette and we'll go through them. Found a couple of extras. Okay, I'm just going to start from one end and show you what I have. Oops, I have the shade Space Baby. These are, I don't think any of these are going anywhere. This is Celestial Cloud Scope. This one is Atlas. Next up is Big Bang. Sorry for the sound of the air conditioner. Next up I have Red Giant. Then I have Light Speed, right? Yeah, Light Speed. Next up is Hyperbolide. I'm sure I said that wrong. Oh my goodness. Then I have Big Dipper. This one has a beautiful, like, oh, there you go. There's that beautiful shift there. Next is the shade Alter Ego. Next is Antares. Then I have the shade, wait, did I do this one twice? I have two of these. I have two Atlas. Well, shit. I have the shade Sublunar. This has a beautiful yellow shift. Next is Phantom Galaxy. Then I have Galactic Blossom. Jeez. Next up is Axis. Holy moly. Then I have Stellar Apotheosis. This is stunning. I see that kind of aqua blued green color mostly, but you guys are seeing the purple. Oh my god, it's stunning. Then I have Mosaic Moon. Oh my goodness. These are super shifty. This is Looking Glass. Gorgeous. Next up is Lyra, or Lyra. I think it's Lyra. Oh my goodness. Next up is the shade Coalescence. I have this one in the NFL project right now, and it's gorgeous. These are all gorgeous. What am I talking about? This one is Ganymede. Then I have M51. Next up is the Cosmos. Next is Moon Mist. Look at that beautiful lilac shift. Then I have X-Ray. Next up is Ice Giant. I love that pink flip. Next is Cosmic Collision. Can you see that? Let's see if I can get the blue. Can't really see it. Oh, lordy. All right, next is Terra Borealis. Oh, it's gorgeous. Then I have the shade Orion's Belt. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Then I have Veil Nebula. This one has a beautiful purple flip. Oh. Next up is Star Sign. Next up is Hydra. Then I have the shade Palladium. Next is Witch's Broom Nebula. Look at that green. Oh. Next is Wormhole. Then I have Lightyear. This one is Shattered Stars. Next is Terrestrial. This one is really interesting. Next is Celestial Petal. And my last grouping here, this one is Neptune's Diamonds. Then I have Starburst. Next is Veil Supernova. Then I have Cosmic Dancer. This one is also in a project right now. Next is Multiverse. Then I have Moontide. Oh my God, that one is beautiful. Next is Reign of Terra, as in Terra Moons. And the last of like these shimmery shades is Hyperspace. And I have one matte. This one is called Moon Reverie. Moon Reverie. So that is all the Terra Moons. As you can see, I'm not getting rid of any of these. Let me see how many this totals up. 48 includes my extra of Atlas. Let me just swatch this one again. For right now, I'm going to keep it. I may put it in a project to pan one of these since I have two, but for right now, we'll keep it because it's gorgeous. All right, so 48 Terra Moons eyeshadows, and they are not going anywhere. I will probably put them back in this Sydney Grace palette in alphabetical order. In fact, I may go ahead and do that right now. Oh, they're not gonna fit. Oh, barely. They'll all fit. Oh my gosh. Ooh, they all fit. All right, those are my Terra Moons. They're beautiful. Dang it, I found one more. Ugh, I found two more. They don't fit. Oh, this one is Flare Star. I'm gonna need to put them in a different palette that holds more. This one is so pretty. And then I have Chasing Comets. Well, hot dang. All right, I'll figure out what to do with the Terra Moons shadows. All right, lastly, let's do these Sydney Grace shadows. So here's what's in here. You can see there's some blushes and highlighters too. So, and then I have one lone ColourPop that I know I'm getting rid of. This one is, whoops, Heavy Glam. And this got pulled in Project 10 uses, and I'm just not a fan of that. So that one's going for sure. Okay, let's go through. I'm gonna put these aside because these will go into my blush and highlighter magnetic palette. So we'll push those aside. And let me go ahead and pull these out of here and we'll go through them. I'm going to start with the mattes. Okay, the first one is Lilac Daydream. God, that's pretty. Then I have Together Forever. Yeah, that's nice. This formula is bomb. This one is Love and Happiness. Then I have the shade Kiss Me, I'm Irish. Then I have Time to Celebrate. Next is Pine Cone. That one's a little orange for me. I'm going to set it aside for right now. Next is You Have Me. I think that has a little bit of pink in it, which I can do. This is The Next Chapter. Now that I'm looking at this one, it doesn't look, I don't know. This is fine. This is Heart and Soul. It's just a nice pale pink. Gosh, those are so pigmented. Holy moly. Next up is Ethereal. Then I have the shade Your Love. And the last matte is Sweet Jubilee. Wait, I think I just used that finger. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one as a declutter, but I'll keep the rest. Now for the shimmers, I have the shade Pink Water. Oh my gosh. This one is Today and Forever. Beautiful. Then we have Faith, Hope, and Love. Gorgeous. I think it's hard to see how shimmery these are. They're so pretty. This is Always Faithful. Next up is Borealis. Then I have the shade Delicate Design. Beautiful. I don't think I've done this one. This is Yours Forever. If I did, my apologies. I don't think I did. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. This is Celestial Bloom. Oh my goodness. This is Nomadic Radiance. Next up is Jelly Beans. Then I have the shade Smolder. Next is Your Best. These are very similar. This one's just a bit darker. And then lastly, I have the shade Marvelous Method. I think that's what that says. Ooh. I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't wear grays very often, and that one's definitely more of a like gray black shade, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on. So out of the 26 that were in here, I am decluttering 3. I'm actually going to reposition these shadows in the other palettes that I already have shadows in where there's space. So I'm going to set these aside for right now. I do have one more palette. This is kind of like, this is really grimy. I'm sorry. This is the magnetic palette where I put shadows that I've already used but need to put away. And I haven't done that. So let me pull these out. I think I reviewed these Glam Shop shadows. This one. I think I went over this Shine by SD shade and that shade. Don't know if I've done these. Okay, the first one I have is by ColourPop. This is Glass Bowl. I know I reviewed this one. I have a second one of these, and this is one of the ones I have pan in. So this one will stay. Ooh. Okay, this is a Buxom shadow in the shade Party Girl. I think I'm going to get rid of this. Next, I have from Looksy the shade Berry Sexy. Berry Sexy. This is like it's kind of hard to see, but it's almost a maroon with a bronze shift. And I think I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to this one. Next up, I have Bitten from Makeup Geek. I'm going to keep this one for now. Next up, from Makeup Geek, I have the shade Toxic. Okay, I was being ruthless earlier. I'm going to declutter that. I have from ColourPop, Paradiso. That's a beautiful shadow, not going anywhere. I want to say this is from Divina. I could be wrong. Salvatore. Let me put this over. Well, it's really flaky. Let me put this over a wet base and just see what happens. Oh man, that's pretty stunning. Yeah, I'll keep it. I don't have anything else like that. This is from Looksy, the shade Ube. I may have gone over this one. It's been like a week since I last filmed because I had a house guest. Valerie was visiting me. I have from Looksy Gingerbread. Now that I'm reading these, I'm pretty sure I did review these. These again are not going anywhere. They're beautiful. From MAC, I have a Powder Kiss eyeshadow in Lens Blur. I haven't really played around with this formula too much, so I'm going to keep that one. From Touch of Glam Beauty, I have Undeniably Pink. I don't think I reviewed this one, but I could be wrong. That is stunning. Oh my gosh. This is a Frankened eyeshadow. It's an e.l.f. pigment plus MAC Rose something. I think it's just MAC Rose. And that's really nice. I'll keep that one. I have from ABH Enchanted. That's a really nice deep purple for the outer corner. From Sydney Grace, I have Golden Strawberry. It's pretty. From MAC, I have the shade Sushi Flower. I love this one, and I may have just swatched it with a bit of a wet finger. This is a really pretty matte. From MAC, I also have the shade Tete a Tint. This is a really nice, like, first crease shade, so that stays. From MAC, I have a Powder Kiss eyeshadow in P for Potent. It doesn't swatch very well. I don't know that much about these shadows, but we'll see. I have to use it. This is NYX Golden Peach. I'm going to try that over a wet base real fast. Okay, I'll keep that one. From ColourPop, I have the shade Sleeper. Beautiful matte color. And then lastly from MAC, I have the shade Stars and Rockets. And I love this one. As you can tell by the giant pan, it's beautiful. I know it doesn't look that exciting, but once you get it on your eyes, it's gorgeous. So those are the rest of the eyeshadows. I think that's everything that I own and I've swatched everything. Not counting these two because I already swatched them, I'm pretty sure. There were 19 shadows that I hadn't swatched yet, and I'm getting rid of 5. Okay, I'm going to start placing shadows back in with their respective palettes to see if I can reduce the number that I have, like number of magnetic palettes that I have. So I'll probably speed this up. Okay guys, I am done sorting. So let me show you what I have. So the first one is the Colored Rain palette, and this is what this one looks like now. So it's pretty full. I just have a couple of spots left in here, but I've consolidated a bunch, which is great. So this one is set. I will have to go through each of these eventually and let myself like put it in my spreadsheet, my inventory, to know where all these shadows are, because these are not organized by brand. And then here's the purple one. So this one, as you can see, has neutrals, pinks, and reds. And this one has mostly purple shades, purples, pinks. We have some of these shades here. I may still end up moving some around because these are more like burgundy-like shades. So they may end up going in the other one. I haven't quite decided. And I may move all pink in here. But for right now, this is how this one is set up. And then this Makeup Forever palette now has my blues and purples and like silvers here. And then these are my the loose shadows that I have pressed into pans. Then I have my MAC pressed pigment, so that's not going anywhere. Now for kind of mostly indie shadows, I have the Divina Cosmetics palette. This one has JD Glow. Now that I'm looking at this, I know I have one more JD Glow shadow that's in my everyday palette. So I'm hoping it'll fit like there. We'll see. I think it will fit there. So this has JD Glow. It has Divina. And down here is some Menagerie and Shine by SD. Then in this Cleona palette, I have all my Cleona shadows. Some of them are in my everyday Z palette or magnetic palette right now. In the second Cleona palette, I have some Cleona shadows, circle pans up here. I have Looksy. And then down here, I have Touch of Glam. So that is what is in this palette. Then I have my two Shine by SD. So, I'm sorry, I have two Sydney Grace palettes. This one has almost all of my Terra Moons. So there's two that don't fit in here. I'm not too worried about that because I'll probably end up buying more Terra Moons because I love her shadows so much. So I'm thinking this Terra Moons collection may grow. I know there's a whole bunch that I have not gotten yet that I do want to get. And then this one has the two Overflow Terra Moons, and then these are Glam Shop shadows. And so therefore I was able to completely empty this Makeup Forever palette. It is 100% empty. I will keep this one because it's a good one to keep around. I have two empty black Z palettes as well. And yeah, that is what I was able to do. I am very happy. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. So now I'm going to share with you some totals. I ended up decluttering 14 eyeshadows, and actually I'm going to change that to 13 because I'm going to count this Buxom. That Buxom shadow that I got rid of is actually part of this palette, and I'm just going to declutter this whole palette. So we'll count that as 13 eyeshadows. That is what I decluttered in this video. Now, overall, the course of all the single eyeshadow declutter videos I have done, I decluttered a total of, well, I started out with a total of 457 eyeshadows. I've decluttered a total of 110, left with 347, which means I decluttered a total of 24% of my single eyeshadow collection. I'm super happy about that. Yes! Now, even though I filmed this video back in October, I did not count any of the decluttered eyeshadows towards my low buy. So I will count the 13 eyeshadows plus the Buxom palette towards February numbers. So I will talk about that in my February empties and low buy update, but I just wanted to share that with you. I didn't count any of those eyeshadows that I decluttered in 2023 at all. So next up is going to be my potted eyeshadows, liquid and cream. And I think once I do that, trying to think of what else is in that vanity. There's foundations, and I think that's it that I haven't gone through in the sky. Because what else is in there are face palettes and eyeshadow palettes, and we've already done that. So anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Be on the lookout for single potted shadows. It's coming soon. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.